Alright, so today's video is yet again about Fallout 76, and this time it is a game-breaking bug that allows you to double the efficiency and power and effectiveness of all of your perk cards, as well as double your attack speed on top of those perk cards, and then I don't even know what else it's doing. It's completely game-breaking. Before we jump in, I know some people are going to be like,
Oh, well, you said Fallout 76 was bad and garbage, so why are you covering it?
okay, the reason I'm covering it is because it fits right in between Red Dead Redemption, the single player campaign, which I finished and I'm not covering that anymore, and then Red Dead Redemption 2 Online, which comes out very soon. So it fits right nicely into that slot, as well as the fact that it's an information channel. A lot of people turn to it for guides on various games that they play. I want to remain consistent so that they can always come to this channel to get information on AAA titles that release. And also, just because I said it was garbage now does not mean that I say it's garbage forever into the future. They can definitely make improvements and changes, so I am playing it even though I did say it was terrible, and I'll stand by that decision or that statement that says it's terrible, because just look at the glitch that I found. In a couple of seconds I'll tell you how to do it and you can make your own determinations. So here I am attacking with a slow melee weapon, and the biggest bonus that I've been able to find associated with this is the fact that your melee attack speed is doubled on top of all of your perk cards efficiency also apparently being doubled. But there's much more to it, and you guys can experiment beyond that and test what it's actually doing. Now, this is me without the glitch active attacking with a slow weapon, and it's extremely slow. It's something that I have boosted up. I do have the Martial Artist perk card, which gives a bonus to attack speed, but it's still fairly slow and clunky. Now, if we flip over, I have the glitch active, and this is my attack speed. It's much, much faster. And this appears to be exacerbated by the intrinsic attack speed of the weapon. So I ran a bunch of calculations and did attacks per minute with a bunch of different types on the live stream. And it turns out that these slow weapons end up just barely doubling your attack speed. But then something like a combat knife, it more than doubles your attack speed, and it becomes kind of funny and ridiculously OP because you're able to just shred through everything with extremely fast successive attacks. With this active, you can stun lock enemies, you can take down the hardest stuff in the game while being half its level, and there's a bunch more stuff going on. But if you are a melee build, this is going to change the game for you, and if you're not a melee build, you can just do this and then level up to whatever level you want, because it's easy to shred down enemies that give you tons of XP. So it's kind of broken across the board, and there's a lot of other stuff to it. So how to trigger this is a little bit complicated, and I'm not sure if you can change up some of the ways and some of the methods that I was using, but I'll just tell you exactly how I was able to get it active, and hopefully they can either fix it or people can use it for whatever they want, or who knows, it's Bethesda, we don't know if they're going to fix bugs. Anyway, I'll tell you exactly how I was able to activate it. I did have the Excavator power armor, and I have a video on how to get that. I'm not sure if this is tied to the process, but I had full Excavator power armor, which allows me to have 100 bonus carry weight. So my character can't carry that much, but the Excavator power armor, when I'm in it, makes it so that I'm not over encumbered. So while I was in the Excavator power armor, I was carrying more weight than my character could carry. So my actual human NPC can carry about 225. With the Excavator, it's 325. You have to have a weight that's somewhere in between those two values. So more than 225, less than 325. And then you just have to go and be swinging your sledgehammer or your melee weapon, whatever it is, while you die. When you die, your character will become over encumbered, and then there's another bug that happens where you're not able to respawn. So if you open up your map and hit respawn, there's not going to be any places that you can go. Your character's over encumbered, your character is not able to respawn, and then all you have to do is go to your social tab, go up to your character and hit leave world. This will take you back to the main menu, which you then hit play, and you go back into the game, and it will spawn you as if you had hit spawn at a location, even though you didn't have a location to spawn. Once you're back in the world, you will have this active, and it not only doubles the effectiveness of all of your perks like I've already talked about, it also increases your attack speed, and you'll be able to just go through and destroy everything. Now this will change if you die again. It does not increase the effect. If you die again and are over encumbered when you die, you'll keep the effect. But if you die and you're not over encumbered and you have a spawn location, then this won't take effect. Also, if you go into your inventory and you go to your level up page and you unequip or re-equip a perk, if you do anything with your perks, it seems to reset the effect. So you shouldn't be doing that. If you unequip and re-equip Martial Artist, it seems to reset it, to change it, and bring you back down to normal attack speed. Now, I don't know which perks are specifically tied to this process, but I'm just going to mouse over everything that I have just to make sure. I wasn't able to test every single combination, but with the current setup that I'm showing, it was able to work. Having the Excavator armor, having the right weight capacity, and then I have Barbarian in the strength category. I have Martial Artist. That seems to be a core component, so you need to have a maxed out Martial Artist. I have Pack Rat, Scattershot, Slugger. Over in Perception, just some picklock stuff and Rifleman. I can't imagine that being relevant. And then all the rest are visible here as well. I don't think that they're important. I think the only one that really is important, though, is Martial Artist in the Strength category. Now, as proof that this extends well beyond just attack speed, as I tried to pick this lock here, you can see that I have 4 lock picking, but I don't actually have 4 lock picking. In my character sheet on my perk system, I only have lock pick or pick lock and expert pick lock, which is an equivalent to 2. That has been doubled now. The effectiveness of both of those perks has been doubled up to 4, which means I can pick any lock in the game without even having to spec into picking locks all the way up to level 3. This applies to hacking as well. It applies to everything, so across the board your perks are doubling, not to mention some other stats which are rising as well. Presumably in tandem to the attack speed glitch is a mitigation glitch, and also things like the Lone Wanderer, which decrease the amount of damage that you take by 20%, are going to get buffed up to 40%, which is huge, not to mention the other stuff like the strength perk and Barbarian and any mitigation from the perk cards period. Now, I don't know exactly how it's working, but I felt significantly more tanky after doing this. It was noticeable, to say the very least. So with that said, it's basically the Juggernaut glitch in Fallout 76 right now. I'm really interested to see how deep this glitch goes, so if anybody has, some experiments that they do, let me know in the comments what it actually is doing. It appears to me, if I had to narrow it down, like it's doubling all of your character stats and all of your perk cards, which means that they feed off of one another, and therefore that's why your attack speed is showing so much higher than it normally would be. I don't know why this is happening because you died while over encumbered. I really don't know the purpose behind this or the way that it came about and why it is like this, but I can tell you decidedly that the game does not just work, if you will.
And one of the great things about having a fully dynamic game engine is all of this just works. It's not, I'm not kidding. And again, it just works.
That's going to wrap it up. I don't normally do bug or glitch videos or exploits to cover games. That's just not my take. But in this circumstance, with this game, it kind of feels like it lends itself extremely well to that sort of content. And also, when I found this on stream, it's been happening for a long time, and I wasn't really sure why. Sometimes I had higher pick lock than I used to, and, all these different things after I died and all the glitches. And I finally figured out exactly how to do it. So I was kind of excited. There were some comedic moments and, the super fast attack speed, slicing things up like a chef gone rogue. It was fantastic. So that's why I did the video. Again, if you have feedback, please let me know in the comments down below, stuff that you experiment with, if you nail down exactly why this is happening. Hopefully Bethesda can fix it. I'm not out to ruin the game, and I really do think that they can improve this in the future. It's in a really rough state right now, but it can get better, potentially, with a lot of work and a lot of changes. But yeah, I'll stop rambling. Check out the links down below if you want to support the channel. There's a bunch of different ways: Facebook group, Discord server. I do live stream this right now until Red Dead Redemption Online comes out, so hit the notification bell if you want to catch one of those. I will be live streaming on Twitch again when Division 2 comes out, if you want to preemptively go over there. But that's really it. We have our own website forums too if you want to start posting and join the community there. But I'll stop there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a nice night.